Thank you for joining me for this episode of the Wild Sonnets Out Loud. My name is Nicholas Korn, and I am the poet of the Wild Sonnets. Every week I select 2 poems from the 6 books in the series, and I read them here. My first selection comes from the Wild Sonnets Volume 4. This poem considers how we process what to retain and what to jettison when it's time to make a change. With that, this is Wild Sonnet number 326. How carefully the question comes of what to leave behind, a timid voice and calling that can be shouted down by the tenor of a breeze. Fearful of its one request, to rummage through our bag of habits and abandon what we barely need, unpack of all but purpose to proceed. And yet it will approach and it will point to the tattered particulars we long ago assumed as corporal to our person. Hungers that held us, satin self-conceits, so threadbare it is we who keep them warm. Yet I will surrender every anchoring that weighs more than hope can carry into distant days. And that was Wild Sonnet 326 from the Wild Sonnets Volume 4. The next Wild Sonnet is from the latest book in the series, Volume 6. It looks at our presence here as if we were all instruments in a great universal orchestra, and of course, each living in our own mind as a lifelong solo. Here is Wild Sonnet 561. Soundless in itself, the soul assumes its instrument and the body it becomes. The music it will make out of nothing and the numb. The esoteric cannot speak, so needs a hollow and a hull to hum its fathoming and full. It picks a shape to be the opposite of scanting and escape. I will revel in the choice and cello I become. The weighted voice that knows the deep and so can only sing so high. The rounded body that adds an echo to every note it knows. When I am placed into my case and put away, when there is no more music here for me to play, my soul will then be silent, with so much left to say. And that was Wild Sonnet 561 from the Wild Sonnets Volume 6. I hope you've enjoyed the 2 Wild Sonnets I've shared in this episode. If you are interested in the books featured here, I placed a mini bookstore in the description section to this post and every post on my channel. And for more information on the Wild Sonnets, visit me at www.wildsonnets.com. And with that, I want to thank you for watching. I'll be back in a few days to share 2 more Wild Sonnet selections in the next episode of the Wild Sonnets Out Loud. Until then, stay wild and stay well.